Please like the video and share it so that it reaches many more people and you get sawaba, or rewards from Allah. This could be a sawabe jariyah or continuous reward for you long after you are gone.
Volume 4, Book 53, number 378. Narrated by Abdullah. On the day of the Battle of Hunain, Allah's Apostle favored some people in the distribution of the booty, to the exclusion of others. He gave Al-Aqra bin Habas 100 camels, and he gave Uyayna the same amount, and also gave to some of the eminent Arabs, giving them preference in this regard. Then a person came and said, "By Allah, in this distribution justice has not been observed, nor has Allah's pleasure been aimed at." I said to him, "By Allah, I will inform the Prophet of what you have said." I went and informed him, and he said, "If Allah and his Apostle did not act justly, who else would act justly? May Allah be merciful to Moses, for he was harmed with more than this, yet he kept patient." Volume 4, Book 53, number 379. Narrated by Asma bint Abu Bakr. I used to carry the date stones on my head from the land of Az Zubair which Allah's Apostle had given to him, and it was at a distance of 2/3 of a farsakh from my house. Narrated Hisham's father, the Prophet, gave Az Zubair a piece of land from the property of Bani and Nadir, gained as war booty. Volume 4, Book 53, number 380. Narrated by Ibn Umar. Umar bin al-Khattab expelled all the Jews and Christians from the land of Hijaz. Allah's Apostle, after conquering Khaybar, thought of expelling the Jews from the land which, after he conquered it, belonged to Allah, Allah's Apostle and the Muslims. But the Jews requested Allah's Apostle to leave them there on the condition that they would do the labor and get half of the fruits the land would yield. Allah's Apostle said, "We shall keep you on these terms as long as we wish." Thus they stayed till the time of Umar's caliphate, when he expelled them to Timur and Ariha. Volume 4, Book 53, number 381. Narrated by Abdullah bin Mughafal. While we were besieging the fort of Khaybar, a person threw a leather container containing fat, and I ran to take it. But when I turned I saw the Prophet standing behind, so I felt embarrassed in front of him. Volume 4, Book 53, number 382. Narrated by Ibn Umar. In our holy battles, we used to get honey and grapes, as war booty which we would eat and would not store. Volume 4, Book 53, number 383. Narrated by Ibn Abi Awfa. We were afflicted with hunger during the besiege of Khaybar, and when it was the day of the Battle of Khaybar, we slaughtered the donkeys, and when the pots got boiling with their meat, Allah's Apostle made an announcement that all the pots should be upset and that nobody should eat anything of the meat of the donkeys. We thought that the Prophet prohibited that because the kumas had not been taken out of the booty, i.e. donkeys. Other people said, he prohibited eating them forever. The sub-narrator added, I asked Said bin Jubair, who said, he has made the eating of donkeys' meat illegal forever. Volume 4, Book 53, number 384. Narrated by Umar bin Dinar. I was sitting with Jabir bin Zaid and Amr bin Aus, and Biala was narrating to them in 70 the year when Musab bin Az Zubair was the leader of the pilgrims of Basra. We were sitting at the steps of Zamzam well, and Bajala said, I was the clerk of Juz bin Muawiyah, al-Anaf's paternal uncle. A letter came from Umar bin al-Khattab 1 year before his death, and it was read, cancel every marriage contracted among the Magians between relatives of close kinship, marriages that are regarded illegal in Islam, a relative of this sort being called Du Mahram. Umar did not take the jizya from the Magian infidels till Abdur Rahman bin Auf testified that Allah's Apostle had taken the jizya from the Magians of Harja. Volume 4, Book 53, number 385. Narrated by Amr bin Auf al-Ansari, who was an ally of Bam, Amr bin Lu'ay, and one of those who had taken part in the Ghazwa of Badr. Allah's apostle sent Abu Ubaidah bin al-Jarrah to Bahrain to collect the jizya. Allah's apostle had established peace with the people of Bahrain and appointed al-Ala bin al-Hadrami as the governor. When Abu Ubaidah came from Bahrain with the money, the Ansar heard of Abu Ubaidah's arrival, which coincided with the time of the morning prayer with the Prophet. When Allah's apostle led them in the morning prayer and finished, the Ansar approached him, and he looked at them and smiled on seeing them and said, "I feel that you have heard that Abu Ubaidah has brought something." They said, "Yes, O Allah's apostle." He said, "Rejoice and hope for what will please you. By Allah, I am not afraid of your poverty, but I am afraid that you will lead a life of luxury as past nations did, whereupon you will compete with each other for it, as they competed for it, and it will destroy you as it destroyed them." Volume 4, Book 53, number 386. Narrated by Jubair bin Hayy. Umar sent the Muslims to the great countries to fight the pagans. When al-Hurmuzan embraced Islam, Umar said to him, "I would like to consult you regarding these countries which I intend to invade." Al-Hurmuzan said, "Yes, the example of these countries and their inhabitants who are the enemies of the Muslims is like a bird with a head, 2 wings and 2 legs. If one of its wings got broken, it would get up over its 2 legs, with 1 wing and the head. And if the other wing got broken, it would get up with 2 legs and a head. But if its head got destroyed, then the 2 legs, 2 wings and the head would become useless. The head stands for Hosrau, and 1 wing stands for Caesar and the other wing stands for Faris. So, order the Muslims to go towards Hosrau." So, Umar sent us to Hosrau, appointing an Nu'man bin Mukharan as our commander. When we reached the land of the enemy, the representative of Hosrau came out with 40,000 warriors. And an interpreter got up saying, "Let one of you talk to me." Al-Mughira replied, "Ask whatever you wish." The other asked, "Who are you?" Al-Mughira replied, "We are some people from the Arabs. We led a hard, miserable, disastrous life. We used to suck the hides and the date stones from hunger. We used to wear clothes made up of fur of camels and hair of goats, and to worship trees and stones. While we were in this state, the Lord of the heavens and the earths, elevated is his remembrance, and majestic is his highness, sent to us from among ourselves a prophet, whose father and mother are known to us. Our prophet, the messenger of our Lord, has ordered us to fight you till you worship Allah alone or give jizya, i.e. tribute. And our prophet has informed us that our Lord says, whoever amongst us is killed, i.e. martyred, shall go to paradise to lead such a luxurious life as he has never seen, and whoever amongst us remain alive, shall become your master. Al-Mughira then blamed an Nu'man for delaying the attack, and Nu'man said to Al-Mughira, "If you had participated in a similar battle, in the company of Allah's apostle, he would not have blamed you for waiting, nor would he have disgraced you. But I accompanied Allah's apostle in many battles, and it was his custom that if he did not fight early by daytime, he would wait till the wind had started blowing and the time for the prayer was due, i.e. after midday." Volume 4, Book 53, number 387. Narrated by Abu Humayd as-Saidi. We accompanied the Prophet in the Ghazwa of Tabuk, and the king of Ayla presented a white mule and a cloak as a gift to the Prophet. And the Prophet wrote to him a peace treaty allowing him to keep authority over his country.